Run for cover. Here I go. Run for cover. Taking over. Run for cover. Run for cover. Your lips on your blood. Hey Barbie, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? Hey Lisa, how you doing, sweetie? You good? Hope you guys had a good day. All right. Hey, pain in the ass. Let me see. Amazon. Current page. Alright, so I need to save as. I was so nice to everybody else. Well, when you become nice to me, then I'll be nice to you. Anytime you was fucking nice to me is when I gave you a mediumship reading. That's the only time you was nice to me. Oh yeah, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. You know, tapping into my mom. And after that, it's fuck you, this and that, and this bullshit, that bullshit. You be a fair weather friend. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? Hey, Victoria, how you doing? You guys good? Howdy doodles. Glow pain in the ass. That's right, Victoria Teller. Damn nuisance. It's still alive? That's good. Somebody's got to take care of Glow. You doing good, Lucky? Yeah, I'm good. I had a good day. Pain in the asses here and there. You know, sometimes when you have a good morning, you have a shit afternoon, and then you have a good evening. Yeah. That's why it says good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Sometimes it can't always be good, you know. He wasn't feeling he wasn't feeling well today. She has to take care of you. Did you miss something here? I don't know. What do you think you missed? You missed me probably. I know people miss me. I think Glow misses me every day. That's why she comes in there. Glow didn't tell you that I gave her a reading and I showed her who the realist is. She didn't tell you. She probably didn't tell you. See, she don't want to tell you those things. See, because she said you're her mentor. So if she tells you that I did something for her, it might be, how she gets. She might think you take offense to it. Because she talks so much shit about me. Shit. She's just low vibrational. That's all. She's a low vibrational Leo. Low vibrational Leo. As long as she's not a Leo, that's good. All right, let me see something here. Give me a second. I gotta send these idiots an email. Actually, no, I don't need to send them an email. I gotta put it on the thingy. My bad. I don't have to do that. Actually, I gotta put it on the website thing. These idiots. Yeah, of course. Hey, Dan, you in Costco's? Man, you should have told me. But toilet paper? Victoria, yes, of course. I do mediumship, yeah. And your bestie Glow came in here and asked me about her auntie. And then while I was giving her a reading about her auntie, her mom showed up in the reading, and I ended up tapping into her mom and telling her about her mom and stuff, and she got all excited, and was all nice to me after I gave her the reading. It was like, "Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate it." Well, all this shit. The things I do for pain in the asses, She always said she wanted to get a mediumship reading, but she's too cheap to get one. So she ended up getting one for pretty much next to nothing out of the goodness of my heart to show her that, not all Aquarius people are bad, like she says, I had to hook her up, her cheap ass, Her mama came through. Her mama felt sorry for her ass. You know how it goes. I always got to do shit for these damn people. I'm surprised she didn't tell you. Well, to me, Victoria, the answer to that question is a real medium can describe what the person looks like. You know what I'm saying? Without even knowing who they are. So if you can do that, you're pretty much certified. That's what I'm saying. Because I can sit here and tell you I'm a medium and say, "Oh, Victoria, your grandmother, she's thinking about you. She says that, she loves you so much. And, ever since she's been gone, she thinks about you. She sits on the sofa next to you and watches sci-fi movies." Oh, but wait a minute. I don't watch those movies. Oh, well, then she just says she just watches movies with you. I can tell you that. And you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, cool. I don't know what she's doing watching movies. I watch movies with my boyfriend or something, Why would my granny be there?" So people could bullshit you and tell you that someone in spirit is taking care of you and all that. But what about who it is, though? You could say it's my grandma, but you got to describe her. You got to say what she looks like, where she is, and what they did for a living, maybe. Like I always ask the spirit to be very specific and don't make me look like an idiot, and don't have me here bullshitting these people, and make sure you show me what you look like, or show me, or tell me what you did, what's your relation, who you're around, where you lived. Sometimes they're very specific. That's the difference between a real medium and a fake one, in my opinion. Yeah. That's the first thing I do is I describe the person that I see. And if it isn't the person that you want, it could be somebody else. Or it might not be somebody you know. So it all depends. But I actually described, Spirit showed me her auntie at the hospital. And I described her auntie and her auntie's living. But Spirit was there describing what the auntie looked like. And Glow confirmed it. So that's the difference between a real medium and a fake one. So if you want to check it out, it's on Sunday night's video that I did on here. You can go check it out. It's towards the end. If you want to see, how it's done. But you already know. You've seen me do mediumship before. I've done it forever. But to me, that's the answer to your question, Victoria. That's the difference between a real medium and a fake one. I always feel like a medium's supposed to describe the person they're talking to without you even saying anything. You should not be like asking the person, you know, like when I say, look, I see a person here with brown hair, brown eyes. They're kind of heavy set. I see them wearing a uniform. They must have worked somewhere. This and that. They can tell me everything, but people just make up bullshit. They can even tell me how they died and shit, all sorts of stuff. Hey T Rose, how you doing, sweetie? You good? Yes, I know you appreciated it, Glue. Shit, I'm only teasing you. But why you didn't tell Victoria? See, because you thought Victoria was gonna get upset because you're her mentor and pride and joy, and Victoria ain't worried about you. If you told her, look, Mark gave me a reading, you know, blah blah blah, she'll be like, oh, nice. I tell you, Mark's nice. I tell you, Mark, it's cool. That's what she would have told you. She would have just confirmed that I was the guy, you know. When's the next mediumship reading? Mediumship readings come whenever it comes. If people want to schedule a mediumship reading, I only do them on Instagram. And it's $60 for a half an hour. That's what I do, mediumship readings on private. But on here, you might get one for free, like, you did. Some people get one for free just because, I feel like giving it to somebody. But if people want specific shit, then they gotta, take me into a private reading and then bang. But like I said, a lot of people in here get readings just for free and just out of the blue because it just comes through. And if it comes through, I give it to you. It's that simple. So that's all good. I don't mind. I've been doing it forever. It don't bother me. Yeah, exactly. Some days it's just meant to be your turn. Like Leo has been coming here. Glow's been coming in here for, what, a month now or just over a month. And I never got anything for her. But she kept saying that she wanted to get a mediumship reading. And then she asked me about her auntie. And then Spirit was there. And they said, look, this is what her auntie looks like. She's going to be okay for now. Just tell her she'll be all right. Then I described her auntie. She says, yeah, that's her. Then right after that, I said, the spirit that's telling me looks like this. And she said, that's my mom. Simple. I'm not going to say, okay, well, I got your mom. Now you got to fucking pay me and take me to Instagram. And I'm not like that, So if I get it right now, I'm doing it right now. I'm not going to say like I need money or, fuck that. I'm not like that other chick. that I talk shit about, and all these other people who, you know, bribe you to do shit. I just do it out of goodness on my heart because at the end of the day, they're giving me the information for free. I can give it to you for free. Like I said, you want more, you got to pay for more. So, but otherwise, that I recommend people just to be in here, and maybe one day it's your turn. And that happens all the time. Everybody gets a turn. So that's all good. It might not be your day for a while. You might be in here for a long time and not get nothing. So that's just it. Victoria, you said you can sense bad energy from someone too, Mark. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yep. I can look at your picture and tell if you're a bad, good. I can sense your energy. I can do all that bullshit if I have to. I can look at your picture and tell if you're a hoe, if you're decent, you're bad, you're fucked up. Yeah. It's that simple. That's what I do. You know how it is. You know me for a long time. Yes, Lucky, it is nice of me, isn't it, to do that for your friend? You know how it is. Did I see Tanya come in here? No. Did Tanya come in here? Tanya, you in here? I could have sworn I saw Tanya, but I didn't say hi yet. I guess she's not here yet. Sister's in here, right? Danny, Uncle Dan. I could have sworn I saw sis. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Mystical, how you doing? Okay, I thought I saw her. My bad. Yeah, T Rose, I appreciate you. You know, I remember when I gave you your reading about your dad. You know, but see, that's the thing. Like a lot of people on YouTube, they don't want to give you that information unless you're paying for it, and I think that's disgusting of them to do. You know, I think that's fucked up because spirit comes through you to give another person a message, and if you're that greedy and hard up for money that you want to use your gift that way, then that to me is not the right thing to do. At the end of the day, if you get it, you get it. Just give it. Because one day that person might say, hey, I want an actual private reading, and you get paid and you do your job, right? So at the end of the day, the more you do for people, the more they do for you. It's an equal given. It's an equal give and take exchange, in my opinion. So I explained this morning. I explained this morning a story, and I'll explain it again. This morning I went to exactly. This morning I went to this man's house, and this man happens to be my cousin. I did work for him 15 years ago, but I haven't seen him in a long time. And my client told me to go to his house to fix his vacuum because apparently the plug on the vacuum wasn't working and blah, 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 right? So let me tell you this story real quick. I said it this morning, but I'll say it again because some of you weren't here. And I went there and there was nothing wrong with the plug. The actual vacuum was completely shut, right? It just wouldn't take electricity. It wouldn't do anything, right? So I said, look, man, this thing's shut. I plugged it into two different places. It's not even the buttons are not even like making a clicking noise or anything. It's not starting. This thing's shut. It's all messed up, right? So he said, okay, my wife is coming back from away tomorrow, but she told me that when she told me this vacuum shut anyway, but I just wanted to check to make sure it can be fixed. If it can't, then I'll get a new one. And I said, well, you should listen to your wife, right? So then I said, you don't remember me? because you're talking to me like you don't know me. And he goes, no, I don't. And he's like 80 something years old, right? So he's got like, he's probably like saying, I don't know this fucking guy, right? So then I said, it's me, man. I'm your cousin. I worked for you 15 years ago. I did your house. I did your daughter's house. You guys are my cousins. I even said his daughter's name. And he was like, oh, you know my daughter? I said, yes, of course. I know your wife. I know your son. I know your grandchildren went to school with me. I said, your mom and dad and my mom and dad were very close. And then he looked at me, goes, oh, I know who you are now. Oh, your dad passed away a couple months ago, right? Yeah, he's my mate. I said, exactly. Now you got it. So I told him my name, my dad. And he said, oh, my dad's name's this. I said, yes, I know. I know your family. I know everybody. You're my cousin. We guys are close. You're related. But we're not, really close in real life, but we're closely related. So then he said, look, I want to pay you for coming here. You got your own. I said, look, I don't want no money. This vacuum, use the money you're going to pay me to buy the damn vacuum. Don't worry about that. No. It didn't cost me nothing to come here. I'm going to go and go to a store that's near here. You can get the vacuum there too. It's called Price Right, whatever. So I said, look, I don't want no money. I'm doing this in memory of all of from our family. Your mother, your father, my grandfather. I'm doing this for everybody who's passed away. I'm doing it for them. So he shook my hand like 3 different times. And he thanked me a lot. And when I left there, I almost cried in the elevator coming back down. And I had to sit in my car for like 5 minutes in the parking lot to gather myself. Because I saw my grandfather and I saw his mom and dad thank me as I was leaving. And I had to like try and contain myself, like from crying and getting like emotional or whatever, because all this spirit was like overwhelming, because they were like probably saying to me like, thank you for doing that. That was nice. Because this guy's a fucking millionaire. Giving me $50 ain't nothing to him. And I should have took the 50, but I said, you know what? Fuck that. And then I remember the story my dad told me years ago when I was working for this man. This man's giving me thousands of dollars to renovate his house and his daughter's house because family, he chose me. But he didn't remember, But anyway, he remembered in the end. And my dad told me a story 15 years ago on a Sunday. I remember, I'll never forget. He says, oh, you see the guy you're working for, your cousin? He's a good man. He owned a TV and video and a shop. He had a big ass shop full of TVs and all sorts of shit. So he said, my dad said he went there one day to go buy a TV, but my dad said he only had $400 because he was paying for our education. He was, we had big family, 6 of us, right? So my dad went there knowing that that's his, my mom's cousin and shit. My dad's cool with him and stuff. So my dad said, look, I want to get that TV right there. I can't afford it, but I can give you a down payment. And then every month I'll pay you, $100 or however much money I can. He goes, yeah, sure. No problem. I'll get the guys to deliver the TV to your house and you pay for it whenever you want. You don't even have to give me a down payment. Look, we just do a payment plan and you can just give me $100 a month until you finish paying for it. Or one day you got extra money, just give me the fucking money for the TV. It's all good. Yo, you sure? Yeah, man, no problem. We're family. So when I remembered that story, and I said, this guy did shit for my dad. So the least I can do in return for my dad is just do this job for free and just walk away. Simple. And that's what I did. And that made me feel good about myself. So that's why I'm telling you guys a story. Sometimes you got to do shit. And that's your way of saying, look at me, spirit. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm not going to be fucked up. I appreciate what you've done for me. You know what I'm saying? And you can do something for someone in spirit to pay back this person in real life. So I was basically thanking him for doing that shit for my dad. You got me? So that's the moral of the story. Is sometimes you gotta do shit and give back to people, like, and you gotta do it for spirit. That's their way of like paying it forward and helping people. Glow, thank you for paying it forward for someone else to get a read, whoever I choose. Well, whoever really wants a reading, I can give you one. I'll give you a question, you know. So it's up to you. It's up to anybody who wants to ask anything. No problem, T Rose. It's all good. It was just your day. It was meant to be. Hey, Sophie, how you doing? Exactly, Barbie. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt to do it. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a big deal to do it, but to me, it was. After I did it, I was like, it affected me a lot. It was like, I can't believe this shit just happened. And then I saw his mother and father in spirit, and the mother smiled at me and thanked me, and the father thanked me as well. Like I actually heard them say, "Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you doing that for my son. You know, God bless you," and all that type of shit. You showed that. See, all that shit's a test. Like it's all a test in life to see if you're really gonna like do the devilish thing or are you gonna do the godly thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a test because if you come on a platform like this and you preach what I preach and you say what I say and then you do the opposite, then you look like a hypocrite or you look like somebody who like is different when you get off screen. And I don't want to be like that. I want to continue to like do what I have to do and help whoever needs to be helped, whether you are a millionaire or not. You know what I'm saying? And like Barbie said earlier, you know, you can't take your money with you. And that's it. Yeah, exactly. It was meant to be. Oh, that's good. I'm glad, Sophie. Glad you found it. People just post bullshit every day. Anyway. Keeps her alert, Sophie. But yeah, sometimes things happen and you say to yourself, like, what the hell? Victoria, do you want the reading that your bestie put up there paying it forward? You still got the same dog, the little white fluffy dog? You still got that dog or you have a new one? It's up to you. I'm just offering it from your bestie. You can ask a question if you want. I'll give you the reading since I haven't read for you forever. You still got the same one? Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember the small white dog, right? The small fluffy white dog. Yeah, Alex. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Used to always have him. My neighbor has like the same dog next door. Well, being that Glow can't read for you like I can, I figured that, I might as well read for you. Well, you asked me about some bad energy earlier. So if you want me to check that, I can. I know, I just tease you. You know that. She's all right. She can be better if she gets her shit together, you know? Stop whining and bitching like a Leo. She needs to like manifest her other parts of her chart, you know? If she had Aquarius in her chart, she'd be all right. Oh shit. There you go, Dan to the rescue, love. Yeah, she don't read reversals. She don't know nothing about. She don't like it. She don't like. You know. Never mind. It's not her fault. It's all right. It's a choice. You know. Me personally, you can say it two ways. See, I counteract my own words sometimes, right? Because I like to see it from two ways, right? There's two sides. Now, I just pulled 4 cards, right? 2 of them are upright. I mean, 3 of them are upright. 1 of them is reversed, right? So I read the reversal, right? I read the reversal, and the reversal is actually a good reversal. So you can say, well, if I'm pulling 4 cards and I get a reversal, I'm gonna read it. But if I pull just upright cards, it's still gonna be 4 cards. So I can still use those 4 upright cards to answer the question. Because if spirit wants you to only read, if you only want to read uprights, then they're gonna give you the answer in an upright form. But if you read reversals, then they're gonna stick that reversal in there so you can read the answer the same way. Right? So I can answer the same. You and me can answer a question for somebody. I use reversals and you use uprights, and I use both. I mean, and you use just uprights. We can still answer the same question. So technically, it doesn't matter. But you have 78 cards in a tarot deck. So if you use reversals or you read reversals, you now have 156 meanings that you can answer a question with or do a reading with. But then again, remember, if I pull 10 cards and they're all upright, it's still going to answer the question. And if I pull 10 cards and they're uprights and reversals, it's still going to answer the damn question. Because that's spirit works off of your style and what you want. So either way, if you're connected with spirit, they're going to answer the question regardless. So technically, it doesn't matter. It's just a choice, right? You heard it here today. Okay. So don't think that I don't rate readers who don't do reversals. Because at the end of the day, if you're really connected, you don't really need it. You know, I just think that reading reversals, you get more information. That's all. To me, that's what I think. All right, so Vic, what I'm getting here is I see a Knight of Swords. I got the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups reversed, and 5 of Cups upright. So what this is telling me that there's a young man around you. Could be your son. You know, he's doing what he has to do. You might be worried about him a little bit. Because the Knight of Swords is somebody like that's 20 something years old or whatever to me. So this Knight of Swords could be somebody who's brave. You know, they're the type of person that they don't really know what they want to do. And sometimes you fear that he doesn't or acts like that, or that maybe this person feels right now that they don't know who's really doing what they need to be doing around them, and they might be like kind of like, running around. And if this isn't your son, right, then it could be a young man around you that's putting their energy towards you, and they're probably like, nah, I'm good. I don't need you to, like, okay, Dan, take care. And this person is someone who is like putting forth action, but you're like, nah, I'm good. Now, this also could be, like I said, it could be your son. And with this Four of Pentacles here, he might be struggling financially, and you're wondering if you should help him, or you're wondering that, maybe you should save your damn money. And so I won't have to help you, and you can get help from someone else or whatever. These are just things generally I'm seeing. But I do see you having some new possibilities, things that can happen. You might learn something new, or know of something new knowledge wise. Like somebody might tell you something you didn't know. And if you have the same problems around you, or the same people around you that give you problems, then maybe you need to approach it in a different way. Like deal with it in a different sense, or a different form, a different time, or whatever. Like whatever you feel like you got to take the time out to deal with. And then this Five of Cups just probably says that obviously you're in a relationship. So if you feel like your relationship is good, then this just says that you might think sometimes about your old relationship and compare it. Try not to do that, because then you have interfering energies. Or maybe an ex of yours is trying to do some type of feel like shit to you, or aggravate you in some way, because they know you're happy now. So that can be something right there too. So if this is related to your son, then I would say that you're worried about your son's relationship, you're worried about your son's finances, and you're worried about him making the wrong move or the wrong decision. That's one situation. Now, if this is about like someone you feel that has bad energy around you, then this is like either a man that you don't like, that's put forth like some bad energy, or they're always broke, or they're always greedy, or they're always like miserable, or things like that. And this Four of Pentacles also means to me that, like, a person, like they call a person that has too much shit a hoarder, right? Which is like, if you know somebody who has a bunch of shit in their house, and then you know that they should get rid of it, this could be like you. Maybe you have too much shit in your house, and you got to get rid of it, you know? And you're like, you know what? I collected all this bullshit, and now I need to get rid of it and make room. You can either say that, you know, or you can say, or you could say to your, if this involves your son, then this says, you know what, son, you have a bunch of shit over there, and you need to get rid of, you know, you need to get rid of like this shit. And that's what you got to do if that's the case. But another thing is, try not to think that everything's going to be perfect, because nothing's going to really be perfect. If you have some, also, if you have some like, if you have some friends around you, right? If you have some friends around you that you feel you need to get rid of, or you need to like put on standby and say, you know what, I'm not dealing with this. Like, I'm not gonna, like, there's no real love here. There's no real love in the friendships I have. So I feel like spirit's telling me that you should concentrate on the people that love you, and not the people who don't really give a shit about you, and stop being nice to them. You know what I mean? You can disconnect from people whenever you want. It's up to you. So if you feel that bad energy around, or you feel like there is bad energy around, it's probably because these people really look at you and say, Victoria is happy. with her man, or she's happy with her son, her grandchild, her dog, or the way she lives. She seems like she's happy. I wish, I had that life. Or maybe, maybe this is just, bullshit or whatever. So, like, try not to think about the fake people around you, the fake friendships that don't really have no meaning, people that use you for convenience, shit like that. So that's pretty much like what I got here with the cards that I have, you know. But this Knight of Swords, which is, or could be your son, or could be like a man that you're around. This person is still like cool, like. But I feel like you have some people around you that like are just incomplete with their lives and just probably take it out on you. Your neighbor, only the issue. Okay. Well, is your neighbor is your neighbor a man? Is it the man that has the issue? If he's your neighbor, is it a guy? Because if it is a guy, okay, it's an old woman. So I would say this old woman is the Five of Cups. So this old woman, right? This old woman here is having issues because she has no real love in her life, and she feels like she has regret, she has loss, she has no friends. So that's probably why she has bad energy. So that's probably why this Five of Cups came up at the end. Because I have men here, but we already made sure that that was your son and stuff like that. But this Five of Cups is a woman in my deck. So the woman here has issues. So she feels like she has flaws. She might have money, but probably don't have nothing else. You see what I mean? Avaz DJ, you said I'm a man with issues. Yeah, we all have issues. Duh. Everybody has issues. How come we not? Yeah. So that's the Five of Cups pretty much. So there you go. That's the reason why they're the way they are. And they might be hating on your life. So that's why they have those issues. Most weirdos and jealous people have those issues anyway. So there you go, Victoria. That's what I get. You're welcome. No problem. Reading for you 10 years later. Okay, Lucky. Sleep well. Take care. No worries. Yeah, I know, a long time. Yeah. Hey, Tanya. How you doing? Avaz, you said, how did you learn how to do what you do? Uh, I learned from a friend of mine teach me how to do tarot and stuff, and then everything else I just pretty much put together as I learned. Once you learn how to, read cards, you have to tap into your spiritual side, and then spirit helps you get the answers. And if you believe in that, then you receive that, and then you get the right answers. It's a process. It takes time. You got to learn 78 cards, what they mean and how it all pans out for a question or how it all pans out for the answer. So it takes time. I've been doing it for over 20 years, so I had barbecue chicken breasts, vegetables, and macaroni and cheese. That's what I had for dinner tonight. You made sausage chicken on the grill. Yeah, I made chicken on the grill too on the barbecue. Cornbread, cilantro, lime rice with salad. Damn, that's a whole shit ton of food. Um, the thing is, I feel like it's something that you're born with, but it's your choice to like it's your choice to do it. Pretty much, I think everybody has. I feel like everybody has multiple. I feel like everybody has multiple talents. You just gotta open them up and be open to having the talent. Yeah. Learning tarot is one thing, but actually using it to answer a question is another. People can say random shit all the time, but it don't make sense. So, like for instance, when I just did this reading just now, a lot of people won't read those cards like that. Nobody reads the Five of Cups as a woman's energy that's that way. They're just gonna say regular bullshit. I use I use tarot the way it's supposed to be used. It's gender related. Some people say there's no gender in tarot, and that's their belief, and then spirit's gonna give them the no gender agenda. So I know a lot of people that say that, and they read for people, and they're right. But me, I like to say a man, a woman, this, that, you know. My way is my way, your way is your way. As long as we answer the question, that's all that matters. If you're right about shit, then that's good. That means spirit's connected to you and you do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I read differently because it's I read the way I want to. Because why does tarot cards have male and females on it? Why is there kings and queens? That means that's a gender, right? I don't give a fuck about what these people say out here about, I'm a they, them, she, who, what, when, where, whatever these fucking idiots are talking about now. That your bullshit gender shit came out after tarot, so I don't want to hear it. So when I read tarot, I read the gender. So for instance, if it's a knight, they're in their 20s. If it's a king, they're in their 30s and up. If it's a page, that means it's a young person. That's under 20. That's just my way of reading. But tarot doesn't tell you the ages. It just that's what I do. That's what I feel it is. And whatever I do, it's based on, the female and male. How do I recognize trans? I don't, because tarot don't recognize that. It's just like people who are homosexual. God doesn't approve of that. That's why there's none of that stuff in tarot. You know? And that's why most spirits that are like that are not really recognized. Because you went against what God wants. But some people be like, no, no, no. Yeah. I don't care. It's your opinion against mine. It's fine. You know? You want to read that shit? Go right ahead. They make tarot cards of all that shit now. You know? Now, my problem. You said, can you ask for one card read to get a vibe? Well, what do you want me to you want me to just give you a regular card? Yeah, I can do that. I'm not gonna pull one tarot card, but I'll pull something for you, see what I get. If you want to test me, that's fine. Listen, I've read for homosexual people. I have no problem with reading them. It's just that I find that when they die and go to spirit, you can't really speak to them because you came before judgment day. And even though people say God loves everybody, but doesn't mean God accepts everybody. Because homosexuality is a devilish thing in the Bible. I'm just telling you what the Bible says. And you could say the Bible is this and that, right? And I'm not going to really elaborate on this too much because I know people get sensitive, right? Like I tell people all the time, God made Adam and Eve. He didn't make Adam and Steve. So take it or leave it. Sometimes there's tons of decent gay people in the world. They just want to be that way and that's their life. And that's fine. I have nothing against that. But when you become a spirit, it's a different story. You might not be recognized in spirit. It's just that simple. And that's facts because I've tried to tap into past gay spirits and it doesn't exist. You know? It's not Eve and Evie, it's Eve and Yvette. And listen, you do whatever you want. Hey Gala, how you doing? No, I don't like either or. Me personally, I don't like that stuff because it's not my thing. But I don't have like a hatred, a serious hatred for those people because there's good and bad in everything. You see what I'm saying? There's good and bad in everything. Straight people, gay people, black, white, other, whatever. There's good and bad in everything. So there's good gay people, there's bad gay people. Simple. The good ones are cool, they don't bother me, and I don't bother them. You want to be that way and you're cool, then that's fine. Don't bother me. I've had a lot of gay people come in here and they're cool as fuck. You know? And I got in a lot of trouble in here for expressing my feelings about those things. But that's only because people are sensitive and dumb. They don't know how to have a real conversation because nobody wants to be wrong and everybody thinks that they're right. But at the end of the day, it's my choice and it's your choice. So get over it. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care. It's not for me. That's all. I like women and women only. Do I need some info about you? No, I don't need nothing. I'm good. Exactly. All right, Avaz. What I got for you is you might have difficulty in launching projects, difficult situations. You might be worried and concerned whether or not you should change or stay the same. You want to keep things equal. You want to face things with equality. You might be disappointed in a certain situation and you might want to discontinue to put your effort into something because you want to try and find something else that's better. From time to time, you have anxiety and you might be impatient because you want shit now. Don't we all? Try not to act upon that or act in a way that it makes things worse. If you've lost money or you're trying to like make investments and it's not working, or you've put money into something and it's not working, then and you're mad, just be patient and just know that, hey, it's not always going to work, right? Overall, I think that you mean well. You're a well meaning person. You're compassionate. You're kind. Sometimes you don't want to be active. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you lack conviction. And sometimes you're timid. And sometimes you want to have your own ideas and you want to captivate them. But you're kind of like, well, maybe I need help. But if I do get help, maybe it might not be the right help. So general in a general sense, what I see for you is, and unless you make the right decision, then you're not going to have the right situation. And you might think that, hey, I don't want to embarrass myself because that's going to make me worry even more. That's going to give me more anxiety. So I don't want to embarrass myself by doing the wrong thing. So what is the right thing? So my suggestion is, the only way you're going to get success is to do something better. And you have to decide what that is. Whether it's work, whether it's love, whether it's business, whether it's finances, whatever this is, you might feel so tired of doing something that's not going anywhere. And if you indulge too much in whatever you're doing, it's going to backfire. And it's going to keep being that way until you find something better. So if you want to be successful in whatever you're doing or whatever you're trying to do, you got to do it in a way where you can disconnect from it and go do something better. And that's the only way that you're going to make more money or have a better situation. I feel like you in general, you're a good person, but you might be timid to do certain things. Try not to waste no money and spend unnecessary money. Get what you want, not what you get what you need and not what you want. So that's up to you. You got to make a decision to make things better. Only you can do that, not me. You got to make it. You got to discontinue doing something and do something that's better than what you're doing now in order for you to get and have a better life. You're welcome. I hope that resonated. I hope I passed your test. Victoria says you crack my flat ass off. I used to tell all these girls in there they had if you sit on your ass too long, it's gonna become flat. Victoria remembers that. I used to say it almost every live. I'm gonna start using that for glue. Tell her, get off your flat ass and do something. Now I'm just teasing you about the test, bro. It's all good. That's good. That's all. Well, that's all that matters, bro. That's good. You know? I appreciate that. I'm a very sarcastic person, so don't take the test thing personal. I like to talk a lot of shit and laugh, you know? Yeah, I'm mean too. Yeah, I can be. Especially to her. I'm only mean to her right now. If I'm too nice, I'm going to get taken advantage of. Yeah, of course. It's the best thing to do. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad we're on the same page. You ain't the sweetest damn person. Shut your ass up. Anytime you were sweet to me ever was when I gave you something. He be mean as hell. He be calling me names all the time. Talking about I ain't mean. Shit. She's got so many mean buns in her. Shit. The other day I wore a red hat with a white and yellow, white and red shirt. She had everybody calling me names in there. She talking about were you ready for Christmas? And she called me a Christmas tree, Christmas ornament. And then Sophie said I look like a Tylenol bottle. And then she says I'm trying to be like the Kool-Aid man. She be dissing me and shit, Big Bird, all sorts of dumbass shit. Okay, Lisa, take care. Thanks for coming by. Okay, Barbie. God bless you, sweetheart. Take care. Lisa, don't work too hard. Victoria, when's the next time you're going live? So I can come visit you. I think I ended up, before we guys stopped speaking because of that hoe, I think before we stopped speaking, I actually was in your channel. I think you had your channel already. I'm not sure though. I think so. I can't remember. I can't remember. I think I was in there with you for a while. I'm not sure if I was like a mod in your channel or something like that. I can't remember that far back. I think I got to be in your channel and helped you with your channel in the very, very, very beginning. I could be wrong, but I can't remember, to be honest. But I remember coming in your lives. I can't remember. I can't fucking remember. I don't know. You made dinner, Tanya? What'd you make? You know I have channels. No, I don't. I didn't know you have channels. No. I know you have the one that you're on, like your name now, Victoria Teton. Yeah, I think it was another channel. I know you have that one, but never mind. But didn't I? I think I was in your channel in the very beginning. I swear you asked me how to do it, and we guys like went through it, and I was in there with you and shit in the very, very beginning. I swear I was, but I can't remember. I know you was in my channel, but I can't remember if I was ever in yours. Oh no, I can't remember. No worries, Abaz. Thanks for coming by, man. Wish you the best. Oh, nice, Tanya. Sounds good. I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember back that far, but I remember going in your channel after we stopped speaking, and I went in there a couple times to like watch you read and stuff. I think I went in there. I can't remember. But yeah, next time you go live, okay. Well, let me hold on a sec. All right, I just subscribed to you. All right. And I got the notifications on. So I just subbed to you. So when you go live, I'll get the notification. There you go. Yeah. But I subbed to you anyway. I wasn't subbed to you, but I am now. Mix the two together, put Parmesan cheese on top. Nice. Sounds good. That's what's up, Tanya. Now you can cook it, huh? Cool. All right, Victoria. Yeah, I wouldn't mind coming by, talking some shit. We can disc glow together. It'll be fun. I have the Lenormand cards too. I have some. I use them every now and then. They're cool cards. They're different, but they're cool. Hey, Christy. How you doing, sweetheart? You good? Yeah. I have thick skin. I'm not scared of you. Shut your ass up. You're a scaredy cat. Scaredy cat Leo. Gala, you love Lenormand. You read Lenormand too, Gala? Or you just look at the pictures? I'm gonna bring him out. I'm gonna bring him. I have him upstairs. I'll bring him down next time I go live, and I'll pull him out and I'll read him. Yeah, I know it's got like the anchor, and it's got like symbols and shit. I can't remember. Like it's got like it's like a guy with a hat, like a suit, and the hat looks like Abraham Lincoln. I knew that. Can't remember what that one is. It's like it's got the house card. It's got like all these different types of symbol cards. Got the ring. I remember them. I used to read them all the time. Oh, cool. I believe I have 2 different decks, but I can't remember. The only Lenormand reader you know is Vic. So how the hell are you gonna know anybody else? You act like you know a bunch of readers. Stop your noise. Okay, cool. Now you know why I don't like the way you shuffle. You be acting like you is in the Las Vegas casino. Hey, Victoria, listen. When Glow shuffles, doesn't she seem like she's at some damn casino? Acting like she's in Las Vegas, doing blackjack, shuffling cards. She be like with their big ass manly hands, goddamn cards, bending them all up, fucking them all up. She be like shuffling for a whole hour. Then when she gets to read it, she be tapping them and shit. Then she takes the cards and she puts the Palo Santo all in between them like she's crazy. She be like suffocating our cards and shit. Yeah, she thinks she's at Las Vegas fucking casino. Shuffling the cards for 19 minutes. The cards do have a blow-off valve from everybody's nasty energy on it. She has an incense, long ass incense. She'll light it up in the little there's tea light candles, right? Then she'll be lifting the cards up, going in between them like this. She be watching too many people online. Next time she goes live, next time she goes live, she's gonna bring out the popsicle sticks. Yeah, see, you pull dozens of cards. Oh, that shit's unnecessary. You guys want to act like you're professionals. Got a whole spread, a whole Celtic cross, and all that type of shit. You be got 10 damn cards. You be confusing your damn self. You get to the 5th card and be like, oh shit, hold on a second. Wait a minute. But the first 4 cards I pull, it was this person. So who the fuck is this? I need to pull another card. Oh shit, but this doesn't make sense now. Hold on a second. You be confusing your own damn selves. Putting 50 fucking cards to answer a damn question. Fucking people. Shut up. Victoria's like, shut up. You be describing us. Leave us alone. Hey, look, whatever works for everybody. I like to tease everybody. Don't take nothing they say personal. K, Celtic cross. It's not Celtic, it's Celtic. Celtics is for the Boston Celtics, which is my team. See my hat? The Boston Celtics. But when you say the Celtic cross, it's K, Celtic cross. But I don't know anything, though, you know. And Victoria said, fuck that, I don't do oracle readings because you be having me reading a whole damn book for a meaning. I don't blame you. Victoria be like, look, you all want me to talk English on here and read these English damn words? No. Habla español, okay? Fuck this shit. Right, Victoria? Yeah, people say whatever they want, you know? Yeah, there you go. Give him a lullaby. Because that's all you damn well know. And then you shuffle the cards so much, when you pull them all out, you be confusing your damn self. And then her famous word is, I don't know. I don't know. Of course you don't damn well know. You just pulled 20 cards. How the hell you supposed to know? She's gonna give you a bad name, Victoria. She's talking about you're her mentor. Don't say that shit too loud. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix her ass. That's why she comes in here every night. So she can see how it's done. She's taking lessons every day. That's why I don't show the cards. I just say what they are. She's probably writing them down as we speak. She be writing down the meanings and shit. What did she say the other? You know what she said the other day, Victoria? She said the Knight of Wands the Knight of Wands is a player. Even if it's upright, he's a player. Can you believe such a thing? How is an upright card a player? Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. The only way he's going to be a player is if it's reversed. Yeah, twin blame. And there you go. I used to say that shit all the time. Twin blame. Fucking twin flames. Some bullshit. I got some twin flame cards here. If you want them. Now that you have a man, you probably think it's your twin flame. You be like, look, man, Mark, I got a nice man now. He's my twin flame. I don't hear you talk like that, so that's good. Twin limbs, yeah. That's what Glow is. She's a twin limb. She be lame as shit. That's why the other night, right? All that I ended up giving her the reading. So I don't want her to think that I don't like her and I hate her or something. Cause she be always acting like I don't like her, or I'm mean to her and shit, right? She always says she's gonna kick my ass and knock me out and shit. She always tries to use violence. So Spirit's gonna fix our ass. He's an Aries? Oh God. Oh Lord have mercy. That's crazy. Oh, some Aries are nice though. Some Aries love good and are very passionate and shit. Chrissy said, what if you get the Three of Cups reversed, the Knight of Wands, and the Devil reversed? Well, the three. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you got a good man, Victoria. You deserve it. I remember when I first met you, you were going through some stress with BD. And, I was there for you. I don't want to toot my own horn or act like I was your best friend and pal, but, Marky was there for you. See, Glo be thinking that we weren't cool like that. She be trying to claim you as our friend. I just give her this one here, look. Whatever, twin flame bullshit. Baby, what are you making for me tonight? Mark's being mad mean to me. The Three of Cups reverse is like a bunch of women drinking, smoking, whoring. The Three of Cups reverse is like people who excessively do bad shit. They have no remorse. They just don't care. Could be three people, could be three women. The Knight of Wands upright is a person who likes to travel, a person usually like a darker shade of skin sometimes. It's someone who like does shit and don't care, but they're not a bad person. They do shit like take risks and they just want to like live their life. They're not a player if they're upright. Don't listen to anything Lou says about that card. And the Devil upright. The Devil upright is just like the Three of Cups. It's like addictions, too much pleasurable things, too much sex, too much like drinking, smoking, too much like addiction, too much doing the same shit over and over and over. Like just excessive behavior, things like that. That's what it means. And the Knight of Wands could be like a guy that is dealing with a woman like that or multiple women like that. Or you could be dealing with a woman that's like on crack and or on drugs, or could be trying to like help her. The Devil reverse is trying to get to a better place, pretty much. Like reaching towards like a goal. It's trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel, It can almost mean like reconciling with somebody, like getting over the pain and getting back with somebody. Yeah, it can mean, well, most readers are going to say the devil is a toxic energy. And they're going to say, if it's reversed, they're going to say, you're releasing all the toxins out of your life. So that's just like a common thing that most readers will say. Just like how most readers say, oh, you got the Fool card. This means new beginnings and taking risks. You see this man on the edge of the mountain here? He's like got a little doggy and he's like tiptoeing towards. He thinks he's gonna take the risk to go off the cliff and kill himself. So the full upright is so great. Take a risk and jump off a fucking thing, bungee jumping. That's not what it means, dumbass. Fuck, I hate people who say that. It fucking annoys me. Stupid ass people. Huh. You'll never hear me say that shit ever. That's like the dumbest definition in the world. Everybody says it too. And it's like, no. See, love, Victoria, love. Twin Blame Journey Messages by Mystic Moon Oracles. You want me to pull you some twin flame cards so you can see what your Aries thinks about you? This deck was given to me, right, by one of my best friends that used to come in here. I don't know if you remember her. You remember Sue Blaze? She was always in my chat. Sue Blaze. She's a light-skinned girl. She passed away from cancer 3.5 years ago. She passed away. So before she passed away, she gave me this deck and she gave me a lot of stuff because I used to read for her all the time. Yeah, she passed away at the age of 38. And she had stomach cancer. But she used to give me all these cards. She used to tease me all the time. I'm sure you saw her, like, she would tease me and shit, talk about twin flames. And then, yeah, she gave me this deck. She gave me some pendulums. She gave me all this shit, like gifts and stuff. She always used to like gift me things. So I did a lot of readings for her, right? And I never wanted to take like money from her and shit. So she just sent me gifts. She used to tease me about, so-and-so, right? She used to tease me about our, so-called friend back then and say that, she was my twin flame. That's why she was bothering me so much. Then she bought me this deck because she knew how much I hated twin flame shit. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah. But you know what, Victoria? Those people that have passed away that you love and you interacted with and you're friends with, look at those people now as people that help you do what you're doing now. You see what I mean? You got to use their spiritual energy to help you do this, and you become a better version of yourself. So, yeah. So you want me to pull you 3 cards from this deck to tell you about what your twin flame thinks about you? Victoria's like, I already know what my man thinks about me, Mark. Hey, Joey, how you doing? I'm good. Had a good day so far. Well, yeah. Actually, it's not even the next day yet. Hey, what's up, Steve? How you doing? You got a pre-birthday cake. Your birthday is not until the 16th. You can't have cake yet. She's like, yes, I can. It's cake rules. Only Joey. Joey's like, look, I'm celebrating the whole damn thing. All right, so your man says he still loves you. You know, even though you might be a pain in the ass, you know, he still loves you. He says he never forgotten you. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. So maybe sometimes you might think he forgets about you. He don't. You know how you women are. So maybe he screwed things up, and honestly, he doesn't have no idea to fix it. So if he screwed things up in the past, or he has screwed something up, he honestly doesn't know how to fix it. Then the last card I got here is the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So maybe the person he was with before, he's probably saying, yeah, the grass weren't greener on the other side. You know? Yeah, I just wanted to pull you some cards, have some fun, you know, talk some shit about twin flames. You know how I am. Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's why they're twin flame cards. You can't decide which type of chocolate cake I would like to have. I'm trying different chocolate cakes. Someone has to do it. Ever since the pandemic, I celebrate my birthday all month when it's my day. Yeah, exactly. Pandemic, the scamdemic, ruined a lot of lives. Give me a second. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate ads. They're so annoying. I just touched this damn thing and boom, it went straight to a damn ad. Just give me a second. I gotta read this text message from my friend real quick. All right, cool. I just wanted to see what this guy was sending me real quick. It's nothing important, just some news. All right. Steven, thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. And you said you want a general reading. She probably went to get dessert, Victoria. Or she's probably jealous that you're talking to me, you know? She doesn't want her bestie to be around me. She'd be like, I should have never got Victoria to talk to Mark again. No, she loves Mark more than me now. It's okay, Glow. Not gonna take your bestie from you. Shut up, Mark. Oh, look. Before I forget, Joey, I wrote down something to tell you. I finally got the exact place my auntie and uncle lived in British Columbia. It's called Osyoos, whatever the fuck you say. It's Osyoos. Osyoos. I guess that's how you say it. Osyoos. Osoyos. Does that sound familiar? It's a weird ass name. But it's Osoyoos. That's where my auntie and uncle lived. Osios, Osoyos, Osoyos, Osoyos. Yeah, yeah. That's where my auntie and uncle stayed. I finally got the address the other day. That's the main place they stayed. So I wanted to tell you that. I have to tell Claudia too, because she's from your area too. I'm gonna let her know that my auntie and uncle live next to you guys. What you mean you're trying to figure out if you took your dang meds or not? What type of program you want, man? How could you not remember? I'll be ODing, you know. Oh, cool. Nice, Joe. All right, Steven, general reading for you. Let me see what I get. Oh, that's pretty far away from you then. Because I remember when my mom and my sister went there one time to go visit them. They went to Toronto, then they went to Montreal, and then they went on a train from Montreal to there. Osoyos. All right, Steve, let me see what I got for you, bro. Yes, I shaved. I had to. I shave like once every 10 days because I can't be bothered, to be honest. But my mom gets mad at me if I don't shave. She says that I look like shit when I don't shave. She says I should shave more often. I told her I don't want to. Because I went to the army for 3 years and I had to shave like every single like day or every other day when I was in the army. So that shit was fucking annoying. And ever since I left the army, after those 3 years, I never wanted to like shave every week or every other day ever again. Because it was annoying. Yeah, it does when it gets too big, yeah. Yeah, I used to hate that. So when it's like 10 days, I'm probably like, all right, cool, I'll shave now. You know. But it does itch though around like on the sides like that when it gets too big. But yeah. All right, bro. What I got here is some new possibilities, some new friendships, relationships, approaching things in a different way, especially old things. You also might have like an acquaintance that you meet, somebody that you might get cool with. If you want to start something new, you can, whether this is like a new beginning or like a new thing that you want to do. Um, it could be like an experience that you want to experience, something meaningful. If you're waiting for an inheritance of some sort, you might be getting it in the next month or so. Um, you might be dealing with people in foreign countries, possibly. You also might just get some simple knowledge about something that you want. You might negotiate with somebody in the next couple of weeks about certain things that you want. Maybe negotiating something to do with business or something to do with something in a foreign country or with a foreign person. Try not to make any serious set in stone plans yet because they might collapse and might not go your way. Sometimes you might feel overwhelmed at times that things aren't really going the way you wanted to. Try and face reality and understand that you have to rest and recover at times, and whatever unexpectedly happens is going to happen. It's just the way it is. Okay, Victoria, thanks for coming by. I appreciate you being here. And I'll definitely come and visit you over your channel when I get your notification. And thanks for letting me read you. So, Stephen, overall, I would say that there's some new things coming up for you that you might enjoy and like. So, if you're wanting something new to come into your life or new to be in your life, or you're planning on doing something new in the next month or so, then I feel like that's going to happen for sure. So, whatever old problems you have, just approach them in a new way or a new sense. Like, just say, look, this old problem keeps on occurring. So, how can I fix this old problem in a new way? And then you might get some knowledge about it and you'd be like, okay, now I figured it out. Now I know what I got to do. Okay, I'm going to do it. It's going to be an adventure, but I'm going to do it. Whatever this is, it could be like something that you've never done before that you have to try, or you just say, fuck it, I'm going to bite the bullet and just do it. So, whatever this is, it's going to work out. So, some type of gain, some type of like, it's going to end up turning into an adventure, but a good one. So, you can look forward to that in the next month or so. You might have to negotiate your time, who you're dealing with. I get like knowledge, like getting some knowledge about something or getting some information about something that makes you happy. But try not to make, too much plans, and try to like make sure you face everything in reality and not like dreams and hopes and wishes and prayers, just say, I have to face reality here. I know what's right, I know what's wrong, I know what I can do and I can do. If it's too much, then I got to take a step back. But it's positive overall, Stephen. I would say this is probably one of the most positive readings I've had for you in a while. Everything's positive. The only thing that isn't is like you might just feel overwhelmed when you start doing this new thing, and you might feel like it's too much for you and you need to rest and recover. And then like if you plan something, just make sure it's not like some a plan that that ain't gonna happen. Plan to do things that that you can face reality with. Like don't think just because something good happens, you can go ahead and just take on everything, and then you'll be overwhelmed and you'll be like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. It will. I got good cards there. So I would say from now until mid-May, something good's gonna happen in regards of whatever you're hoping for or whatever you think that's necessary. It's something new though. Something new that comes to fruition there. Whatever it is, it's something good. So that's good. I like positive things there. So I'm glad that's positive. Okay, cool. All right, Stephen. Good night, bro. Take care. It was good seeing you. So yeah, Joey, I was waiting to tell you, and my friend Claudia that comes in here, she's also from your area, and I told her that you were from the same area, so she was excited to know that. I don't know if you know Claudia. She comes in here from almost every day, but usually in the morning time. You might have seen her in my washing dishes episodes. Yeah, you have seen her. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you have. 'Cause she knows you. Because I said, oh, you know my friend Joey? She's from your area. And she's like, oh, shit, really? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, she's from BC. Yeah. So I want to tell her about the Soyuz situation with my, because I told her that I'll find out. And my sister told me. And then she spelled it out for me and told me about it. How crazy is that that I had my auntie and uncle live next to you guys, you know? Like almost in the same area. I think that's pretty cool that, you know, that we know people in like the same places. And I've known you forever, Joey. Shit, we've known each other for a very long time. So, oh, that's exactly what my auntie and uncle did. That's exactly what they did. They had a fruit farming, uh, they worked for a fruit farming business, both of them. That's how they became rich. They couldn't have kids, and they made a lot of money doing that. Yep, that's what my uncle did, and my auntie helped him like get the fruit. They bust their ass. They did a lot. Yeah, that's why they went to um. That's why they went to BC from Portugal because they did that for a living in Portugal. So they went there, you know, on permit on a contract. They end up staying there forever. They lived there for, I would say, 60 years. Well, my auntie lived there for 60 years, but my uncle probably lived there because he passed away, you know, when he was like in his 60s. So he probably lived there for like 40 something years. And then my auntie ended up living another almost 20 years without him. So, yeah, they worked very hard in the fruit and farming industry. That's what they did for a living. Yep. So that makes sense. Thanks for telling me that. And my grandfather, on my mom's dad, he worked in Bermuda and he worked in California, and then he went back to Portugal and retired, and then passed away shortly after that. But my mom said that he he went on he went on a boat, and he wasn't supposed to be on the boat. He jumped on the boat and went on there illegally, and then went to California on a boat. And he blended in with the people and acted like, you know, nothing was happening. And when he got off the boat, he called his brother, and his brother came and got him. My parents have told me a lot of interesting stories in the last couple years. I'm always interested in listening to all the crazy shit that their family did or they did, or it's nice to hear like all the stories and shit. But my grandfather, he was a rebel. Apparently, he did some crazy ass shit. He wasn't scared. He did whatever. Yeah, they did a lot, Joey. They did. My mom said that that's basically that was their life, was, you know, dealing with the fruits, the vegetables, and there's a picture of him like picking apples off a tree and all that, and washing them and putting them in like the place and getting them all packaged up and all that. He did a lot. My uncle, he was a legend at that shit. He was really good at what he did. And my his wife, his auntie, my auntie, I mean, my auntie, she helped him like for a couple hours. Like she worked part time. At one point she worked full time with him. They both worked together at the same place doing the same thing. So they worked like day and night for a long time, and then she went part time. But yeah, they're good. They're good people, man. They're they worked very hard. I just wish that they, had a chance to enjoy their money, especially my uncle. Like, I wish he would have lived longer. He died from cancer, but I wish he would have lived longer, man, so he can enjoy his money after all that bust ass hard work. He said that he was gonna retire, and as soon as he retired, he passed away, which sucks. He never got to really enjoy all his money and go all over the world. But at least he came to Bermuda a couple times. He came to the last time he came to Bermuda was 20 something years ago to my sister's wedding. And I remember seeing him there, and he was always like saying crazy shit like me, and saying funny things. And my auntie, she was always nice, man. Good people. I just wish that they had a chance to enjoy. You work so hard and then you die and you don't even get to enjoy your money and retire. That's why you plan God laughs, because sometimes you don't get to enjoy like your money and shit. They didn't have cows or horses, but they had chickens though. Yeah, they had like a chicken coop, and they also like had pigeons and things like that too. But I know for sure they had chickens because there's a picture of them with the chickens, and there's like a chicken coop, and they got eggs and shit and stuff like that, and they killed chickens and ate them. That's what they did back home. And my uncle, he liked birds, like, and pigeons and parakeets and all that type of stuff. Yeah. And like I told Claudia the other day, my other uncle and aunt, they lived in Toronto and Mississauga in Ontario. They lived in Mississauga. So my auntie's still living. My uncle died. It's gonna be almost 2 years in July. He died. So my uncle passed away, but my auntie's still living. She's 86 and she still drives, and she's in Mississauga. So I have family in Canada. I have cousins, family, aunties, uncles. So I had a lot of family in Canada. I actually stayed with my cousin when he was in college. I stayed with him like the first 2 weeks he was in college, and we stayed at my cousin's house. And my uncle and auntie got mad when they found out. No, they didn't have. Neither of them had kids. My mom's family is four girls and a boy, which was my uncle and four girls and a boy. And out of those five kids, only only two had kids. That's it. Which was my mom and my her other sister. Her other two sisters and brother never had kids. And it's crazy because my grandmother, right, which is my mom's mom, she came from a family of 13 siblings. And my grandfather, which is my mom's dad, his side of the family, my mom said was 11. So they had a shit ton of siblings and family. But then they made a family of five, and only two of the daughters had kids. My mom had four, and my auntie had six, but her first child died, and she had and she had twins. My auntie, all of them are gone. My mom's the only one left. My mom's the youngest. She's 80. But all my aunties and uncles died, all of them, on my mom's side. I only have one uncle left here in Bermuda. Is my dad's brother. He's an asshole. I don't like him at all. He's like my least favorite uncle out of everybody. I have an uncle in Portugal. He's 88, and I have an auntie in Mississauga, which is 86. So I have two uncles and an aunt left out of tons of aunties and uncles. So I had like 12, I think, altogether. Something like that. I can't remember, but yeah. But it sucks, man. Everybody's gone, pretty much. And my aunties and uncles that didn't have kids, they treated us like their kids. Kind of like me. I don't have kids. Out of all my siblings, I'm the only one who don't have kids. But I treat my nephews like my own kids because I don't have 'em. So I'm kind of like my aunties and uncles that don't have kids. They treated us like they were theirs. That's why I'm a good uncle. Because my uncles that didn't have kids, they treated me like I was theirs. So, but kids aren't for everybody. It's just the way life is. Some people have a lot, some people have none. But it doesn't bother me though. It's not, I don't really say, oh God, why haven't you done this for me? I can go have kids right now if I want. All I gotta do is impregnate a hoe and then pay child support for the rest of my life. But I don't want that life. Hey Virgo, how you doing? You good, sweetheart? So it's a choice you have, right? But it's true though, right? I'm saying that as a joke, not to sound mean, but it's true though. I can do it right now if I want to. I can go out tomorrow night or this weekend, find some nasty hoe, impregnate her, have a child. She just takes me for everything I got, and I'm fucked. I'll have the kid that I've always wanted. But it'll be the wrong way. It won't be the child's fault, obviously, but it'll be my fault. Well, that's just it. Everything is expensive. A marriage is expensive right now. A divorce is even more expensive. Kids are extremely expensive, especially girls. If you have girls, it's going to be more expensive than having boys, and that's for sure, without a doubt. Because obviously, I don't have to explain it. I think it's self-explanatory. You know, a woman needs a lot more things than a man does. So when you have girls, you're going to spend money out, a lot of money, whereas a boy is a lot more simple. Well, back in the day, we had to. I was working at the age of 12, like officially working part time on weekends at the age of 12, and I've been working ever since. But the thing is even though I worked for a company when I was that age, part time, I had to work at home. I had to help my dad cut the grass and rake the leaves and help him paint and things like that at a young age. And man, and even when I went to church, I was an altar boy at 8 years old, and I finished at 16. I was an altar boy for 8 years. That's like a job within itself. You have to go to church. You gotta, help serve for that hour and a half or whatever. I always did shit when I was young. These kids now, all they want to do is play PlayStation and fucking be on their phones every 5 minutes. We guys didn't have all that shit. See, we were in a different era. And I can't really knock any kids right now. I mean, I want to. I want to knock them the fuck out, but the kids are not to blame to live in an era like this. It's just the way it is. So that's why it's a lot more expensive to have a child now because they're gonna want a PlayStation, they're gonna want a phone, they're gonna want the newest things. They're gonna want nice clothes. And if you have a girl, fake eyelashes, waxed eyebrows, fucking nails, G strings. Oh shit. G strings, bras, pads, high heels, the latest fucking purse. You have a boy, all you need is just bratty bullshit. You don't really need too much. Well, I know a lot of good mothers, and I know a good mother when I see one. But well, there's a lot of women that don't have that, desire to have all those things. Like for instance, my mom, I've never seen my mom wear lipstick, eyeliner, eyeshadow. My mom's never had fake eyelashes or had her eyebrows done. Anything my mom does, I never even seen my mom's nails, you know, painted in my life. Never. My mom is probably the most natural, original woman to earth. All she does is get her hair done. That's it. Simple. That's all she does is get her hair done once a month. That's it. No nails, no none, no fancy clothes. She wears a purse, but that's it. My mom don't wear high heels. I've never seen my mom wear high heels. She wears heels, but like the 1 inch one. She don't wear those fucking stilettos or whatever the fuck you call them things. You be walking on stilts and shit. Some women know how to rock that shit, man. They're professionals. Now you got dudes with them now. Tranny ass mofos. Your mom is a diva. Your mom scared to date. Okay, Virgo, take care. Good seeing you. I'm glad you're okay. Well, hey, sometimes like a woman like that will scare a regular dude because he'll say, "Fuck this woman's high maintenance." That shit won't scare me though. If a woman came to a date all done up and I wasn't, I'd be like, "Damn, look what I'm with. I'm with this sexy ass biatch, looking good. I ain't gotta buy her shit. She buys her own shit." I'll tell her that as the dates go on, I ain't buying you fucking nothing. I'll buy you this meal maybe, but I ain't worried about you. I ain't giving you shit. Oh, that's good. I'm glad your mom is like that. I'm proud of her too. Go for it. If that's the lifestyle she wants and she's happy about it, then go for it. Well, sometimes we don't mirror our parents. Sometimes we don't want to be our parents. Some parents wear their mini me's, or where they're split images, or your parents make you into them. But sometimes seeing your parents or seeing them be who they are, you don't want to be them. And sometimes they're your idols. So it just depends. I'm nothing like, I wouldn't say nothing like, but my mom, my mom is me and my mom are alike as far as we like to cook. We like to, we keep shit clean. We do what we have to do. We work. We're people who we like to, relax, do things like that. My mom's a Capricorn, but you know, but there's a lot of things we're alike in those ways, but everything else is no way. She's a worry freak. I don't worry like that. My dad, he's a very hard worker. That's where I get my worth ethic from. Him, seeing him bust his ass and made me want to bust my ass and do the same thing. Make a good living and make a good, reputation for myself for being a hard worker and a good person. He was a great father. He still, is in spirit, but he was not a bad father. He was just a negative Nancy. And like he was always negative about what I wanted to do with my life. So when I told him I want to do DJing, oh, then I'm scared you're gonna get beat up. You're gonna hang around these fucking drunk people and drug addicts, and you're hanging around all these gangsters, and yeah, fuck, you're gonna get slapped, and they're gonna rob you, and this, and none of that shit ever happened. Then I went on my own. Oh, you're gonna fail. You're not gonna make it. This business is, you shouldn't be on your own. There's a recession going on. You're gonna waste money. You're gonna waste time. You should work for somebody and get a steady paycheck. And. So my dad, he was like a Debbie Downer. He never gave me confidence. So I'm nothing like him in that aspect. And because he was so negative, I'm the opposite. I'm super positive about life and about giving someone confidence or being confident myself, you know. So his negativity made me be more positive. But at the end of the day, I don't grudge them for what they've done to me, like, or what they've said to me. All I just took it and ran with it and changed my whole aspect on life through them. So sometimes we're never gonna be like them. And my dad, he don't wear like clothes like I do, and he doesn't do the things that I did. He was just a plain Jane type of person. He just did regular shit. He don't want no extra bullshit in his life. I'm nothing like him as far as like, you know, well, he's nothing like me as far as like DJing, psychic, maintenance worker. He didn't do none of that shit. There's none of that in my family. No one in my family has their own business, just me. Because everybody's a bunch of scaredy cats to go on their own. My brother couldn't even tie my shoelaces. He doesn't do nothing like me. He doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. So, but he's nothing like my dad either. He's not a hard worker. He's just there in life. He just does the bare minimum. He's not like me and my dad. Nah, I'm not actually, no. I like to look at them because they look nice. They look good. But to me, that's not like something that I care about. I can be with somebody like that if they're a decent person. I don't really judge women on how if they have high heels or they like that type of stuff. You know, it don't really matter to me. If she's a good person, then I don't really mind what she dresses like, as long as she don't have purple hair and gets her nails done and spends all this money on fucking bullshit eyelashes and fake ass shit. But high heels, I don't mind. I think it's sexy. You know, Diva stuff is okay as long as it's not tear the ass out of. But I've dated some women that have high heels. The last woman I dated, she had high heels and she wore high heels when we went out to dinner or something like that, or we went to a party or something. She would dress all up. But if we didn't go to a party, she'd be like regular sweatpants and a tank top or something, or she'd wear regular clothes. You wouldn't even think that she looked the way she did. When she went out with me, she wanted to look her best. But when she was like at home or we just hung out, she'd be just wearing a regular t-shirt and some bullshit, and that's it. She would not even wear makeup when we're just chilling. But when she goes out, she'll dress up. She looked like a totally different person, which I didn't mind. It doesn't matter. If you want to look like that, then that's fine. She didn't have fake eyelashes, so that was nice. Oh, no, no. I would never do that. That ain't happen. No thanks. I saw a man wearing high heels on this video the other day walking through England and shit. And this guy records him all the time and disses him. And he was walking with them high. He was like a regular woman. I said, look at this fucking idiot. He looks so dumb. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you drinking, bro? So yeah, some men can rock that shit, but not me. Never, not in this lifetime. You'll never see me with no damn women's clothes or no damn high heels. Fuck that. I don't have a feminine side like that. No, 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 no. But to each their own. That ain't my problem. But hey, what can you do? Sometimes it's just the way it is. But yeah, some women can rock them high heels pretty good, man. They got good balance. They don't sprain their ankle and shit. But one thing I hate that a woman does is their eyebrows and their eyelashes. I think they look like some cracked out Count Dracula or something like that. I just don't like that shit. It bothers me to see that. I don't really like that shit. Some women's eyebrows look so fake and ridiculous. It's unreal. And you look at them like, what the hell did you just do to your damn eyebrows? Those things are like 5 inches long. You look like some fucking devilish ass woman. You look like you fake as shit. I don't like people. I don't like women who fuck with their eyebrows. And if your eyebrows look nice, then okay. But if you got damn long ass eyebrows for your long ass forehead, I don't like that shit. It just don't look right. Look, you can see how fake it looks. I think it's called microblading or some bullshit these women call it. And all those fake ass eyelashes aggravate the shit out of me. But you know what? If I had a girlfriend that had those things and she was a good person and she had a good heart and she treated me fine, I would be upset about it, but I wouldn't like make a big deal about it. I'll be like, tweet you. You want to use that shit, sweetheart? I still love you, but I think you don't need it. Maybe one day you'll stop using it. Also, nose rings and all that. I don't really like that shit either. If you have a little stud, I don't mind that, but you have those bull fucking rings and shit. I don't like all that dumb ass shit. It makes you look dumb. It'll make a beautiful woman look like shit to me. Those bull rings look dumb. They should be on bulls, not on you. He said I'm short. I can't wear high heels. Yeah, that's fine. What time is it? Midnight? Yeah, it's not that bad. The 15th today is my sister's birthday today. She's the 15th. And tomorrow is you and Elizabeth. Well, not tomorrow, I mean uh Wednesday. No. What's today? Oh, today is Tuesday, right? But now it's Wednesday here. It's 12:34 a.m. Wednesday. Yeah, so your birthday is tomorrow, which is Thursday. The mascara is the cherry on top. Yeah, see. I don't mind. Oh, cool, Joey. Yeah, my oldest sister, her birthday is today. She goes 55. She's 6 years older than me. My pain in the ass, dumbass Aries sister that I don't like that much. The one I butt heads with. Oh yeah, if you have to do that, then I guess you have to do it. But yeah. Well, when my sister and I were younger, we got along perfectly fine. We were actually pretty close. But when my sister married the guy that she's with now, she changed. She changed a lot. And she's not the same person as she was before. And then because she's a school teacher, she thinks that she's automatically like not supposed to be talked to a certain way. And I told her, I'm not your fucking kids that you teach that obey you. I'm your brother, so fuck you and go to hell. So she didn't like that I said that to her because she act like she don't know, you know, who I am or something. She thinks that I was gonna obey her like a school child. I was like, bitch, you don't know me. So she tried attacking me and hitting me, and then we fell out after that. So she actually tried to hit me, and I told her if she hits me, I'm gonna knock her ass out. So she backed herself up. So we don't really speak that much. She still has like that grudge and that hate towards me, but she put it on herself. She started it, and she, undermines me and acts like I'm nobody sometimes. So I saw her on Easter, and we barely spoke, but her kids and her husband speak to me, but she don't. She don't really speak to me like that. She'll walk in the house, she'll say hi to everybody but me. And then when we see each other face to face or we cross paths, we just look at each other and that's it. I don't really say too much to her. She thinks she's better than everybody else. But at the end of the day, you know, she's just a weird human being. I don't wish nothing on her, you know, but I know deep down inside she don't like me and I don't like her. So, but it's her birthday tomorrow. I don't tell her happy birthday. She don't tell me happy birthday. It don't work that way. We used to tell each other happy birthday, but she won't. She won't do that. She won't tell me happy birthday, and I don't tell her happy birthday. Fuck her. Hope she chokes on her fucking birthday cake. But yeah, I love chocolate cake. I would definitely. I actually have some brownies. I bought some brownies today at the store. They look good. I didn't eat them today though because it's too late. I don't like to eat brownies too late, but I'll eat them tomorrow. I bought a package of 3 brownies. They're like chocolate fudge brownies. They look good. No, not that type of brownies. I don't do that shit no more. August will be 9 months I ain't smoked no weed and drank no alcohol and smoked cigarettes. So I'm proud of myself. I'll stay that way. I'm good. I'll eat the fudge brownies, no weed brownies. No. I don't blame you, Joey. I would indulge too. Hell yeah. Cake is a must for me. I love cake. I love baked goods. I had a bear claw today for dessert. Um, I bought the brownies for tomorrow. Sometimes my mom, like, my tomorrow my mom said she's gonna make she has like the stick bread. And what she does is when the stick bread, like, it's been there for a couple of days, instead of throwing it away, she'll cut slices of the stick bread and make French toast out of it. And I told her, I said, tomorrow we'll do it. So she was all excited. She goes, yes, I want to make it because your dad and I used to eat it, but he's not here. But I don't want to make it just for myself. I said, Mom, you're gonna make it tomorrow, and we're gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick her up tomorrow. We're gonna go grocery. I take her grocery shopping every Wednesday because you got a 5% discount on Wednesdays. AB is another baby daddy. How you doing, Marilyn? Marilyn's like, no, it ain't. Ice cream cake is good. My youngest nephew, he likes ice cream cake, and we get that sometimes for his birthday. I like ice cream cake. It tastes good. All right. I'm psychic on Wednesdays. It's Wednesday here, so I'm psychic on Wednesday. So I knew about your baby daddies. Yeah, why not, Joey? Go for it. All right. What are AB's thoughts? Okay. What I would say is this person thinks that you guys are friends, but nothing more. Like he thinks that you're, you know, a friend, but there is no like meaningful friendship that you have. You guys may speak to each other, and when you do speak to each other, maybe there's some type of conversation, but that's about it. They also think like that whatever you guys do or whatever you see each other is just a temporary thing. So it's nothing that this person's really bothered about. Um, this person is also probably like doesn't want to talk to you too much because people might get ideas or might think that you're talking to them he's talking to you on purpose because he might want more or something like that, just to like stay away from any type of trouble. When males and females talk to each other, you know how that is. Some people get mad. So there could be something like that that goes on. Maybe his wife says, "Look, don't be talking to Marilyn." She might get jealous or something like that when you guys do talk. So if you have talked to him in front of her, she might get jealous. So, you know, that's what I see. Somewhat that might be happening or that could happen when you guys do speak or whatever. I don't think this person has that type of feelings for you like that, but I maybe like when you do talk, maybe that happens. Maybe that's a thought that she has or something, or maybe she's insecure when her man talks to somebody. But I would say that, you know, otherwise that this person ain't really like worrying about whatever friendship they have with you. It's just to them, it's just a regular thing. They're okay with it. But I think that they probably won't speak to you that much because of that reason. But when they do speak to you, they probably enjoy speaking to you and speak to you very quickly and just go forward. But I feel like this person is not really happy with their life. Well, you said he's a cousin by marriage. So I'm assuming that he's married to somebody. That's why when you said he's a cousin by marriage, I thought that maybe he's married and that's why he's your cousin. So you basically want to know if he wants to like be your man. I don't get that. Man. I don't think he thinks about you like that. So if that's what you want to know, like whether or not he has a thing for you, I would say no. I don't get that. Yeah. I see that he has like I see that he has like a sort of a something with someone, but it's not really that great. I don't see him with anybody like here, but I would say he'll enjoy talking to you or something, but that's about it. Yeah, I would say he enjoys talking to you, but he doesn't want anything serious or anything like that. Let me check real quick. I don't see him with anybody. He's hoping for like somebody, but he keeps getting let down. He's hoping for good news about, maybe somebody liking him. But I feel like he's dishonest and he's tricky, so I would say watch out for him. And that's probably why he doesn't have like a steady relationship or has like, anything like that, because I think that he's insecure, he's insincere, he's not like a person that's very honest and he can trick you with, his words and shit. But I feel like he wants like some type of woman, but one that he can probably control maybe. Oh, there you go. So I would say stay away from him. Don't deal with him. He doesn't seem like a person that's got his shit together. Well, looks like you already know who you're dealing with, but I don't think he has any good thoughts about you. Like, yes, I want to get with Marilyn, because I think he knows you figured them out already. He knows that you don't want him. Maybe you've made that clear, or maybe you bring off that energy to him. Yeah, well, there you go. That means, because I don't get that he's interested. Oh, that's why you probably got the cards you got. It's just confirming that he don't, he knows you don't want to date him, so that's why the cards came out the way it is. He's not interested. He don't give a shit. Yeah. There's not that much choice out there for many people of good people. It's hard to find. And then when you're a good person, you're scared to open up because you don't want to get hurt. Or you just say, you know what? I'd rather not deal with this bullshit. I say that every day. Every day I remind myself how fucking lucky I am not to be with some nasty hoe or to be with a possessive woman that's gonna annoy the fuck out of me and take me for everything I have for nothing. Fuck that shit. And I don't think every woman's like that. I don't. But majority are. And men, for you guys, it's the same way. There's tons of assholes out there. There's tons of unfaithful jackasses. There's tons of women and men that just want sex and move on. Tons of women and men out there that claim they want love, but they don't even know what love is because they never experienced it anyway. If you think arguing, bitching, moaning, ghosting, and silent treatment is fucking love, then, or sex, yeah, you're fucking dead wrong. That's for sure. That's why most women I meet, they don't even know what love is. And they don't even know what a real decent man is. Because they've never experienced one. And then when they do, they don't know what to do with it. They go right back to shit again. And leave the good guy there hanging, saying, what the fuck just happened? The thing is, there's never like the real right person out there, in my opinion. There's just somebody that's almost perfect, but never going to be, but the right one for you at the time. Because you can be with somebody for 10 years and then all of a sudden, like they say something or do something or they act a certain way, and you're going to be like, what the fuck did I just throw away 10 years for? Like, like I thought this person was dedicated to me, and now that there's change and being a dickhead and you're just being nasty, or obviously you don't want me anymore, you don't love me anymore. Love can be changed in an instant. You can love somebody for 10 years and then hate them for the next 10. Or you can love somebody and be like, you know what? I don't desire you anymore. You don't give a shit about me no more. You're boring now. You don't give a fuck. Nothing's the same. I'm leaving. Fuck this shit. Instead of sitting down and saying, what can we do to spark this relationship? Or what can we do to make things better? Or where did this go wrong? Or no, fuck that. I'm leaving. I'm getting a divorce. Or, I'm going to fuck somebody else to get out of this bullshit. That's absolutely right, Joey. And that's the sad part. And it's the truth that most people want to fix somebody. They don't want the complete package already. But yet we all want new things. So when you get a new man or a new woman, you still want to try and find something wrong with it. You want to try and find something broken with it, or modify it, or make it their way, but then it ends up backfiring. I know that there is no perfect person, but there can be a perfect, honestly decent person. That's how I put it. There could be there I can find I'll use myself as an example. If I find a woman today, and say, she's so nice, she's just what I need, she's my type, she's the perfect woman for me. Only problem is I don't trust her yet, because she said the other day that this, but then I felt like she lied, but maybe she was scared and didn't want to tell me the truth. So you start to, like, when you get that first lie, you either say fuck you and I'm gone, so you don't have that extra lie again, or you say, you know what, maybe they're lying out of fear, or maybe they just don't want to be 100% honest with me because they feel like they shouldn't have to tell me everything. But if you're honest from the jump, then why you don't have nothing to worry about lying. You don't have to worry about lying or covering up a lie, or even if you're honest from the very first day, that's the only, and then that person sees your honesty, feels your honesty, and trusts your honesty, then that's how a good relationship develops, because you know that that person ain't lying. Sometimes being too trustworthy is like a crime, because people are like, I'm going to try and find them a lie. I'm going to try and find a flaw. So it's like, what the fuck do you want? I'm honest with you. Why are you trying to act like I'm lying? Or why do you want to see if I'm going to lie to you so you can have that on your list? You lied that one time. No, I didn't. You think I did, but I didn't. Where's your proof? I think you just want me to lie so you can have that, on your list. Mark lied to me. No, I'm not going to lie to you. Even if I don't know you, I'm not going to lie to you. And if I do lie to you, it's probably for a good reason, so you don't have to know my business. But if I meet somebody and I feel like she's a potential girlfriend, and wife material. I'm never going to lie to her because I want her to trust me 100,000,000%. But if I don't get that in return, then there's going to be an issue. And that's why relationships don't last. Too much lying, too much sneaky shit, and now there's phones involved. So what happens is you and I are dating. We've been together for 3 months. It's looking good. And then you say to me, I want to go out to this party. Would you come with me? And you're like, I don't really feel like it. I'm going to be working and I'm kind of tired. Then you as a woman's going to say, okay, well, I'm going to go out with my friends. Fuck this guy. I'm not going to respect the fact that he's tired and he doesn't want to go. But I'm going to go fuck around with my friends. And then you go with your friends, you have a good time. And then a guy comes up to you, be, hey, sexy, how you doing? You got a man? You be like, yeah, I got a boyfriend. I'm in dating, You start telling your little story, and then you say to yourself, see, this guy's out, but my man isn't. So then you give that guy your number. And then he calls you, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I should go out with this guy because at least he goes out. That's where the lack of respect comes in. You can't even respect the person you're dating because they have a different, they didn't want to go out this one time because they were tired. And that caused you to automatically start cheating and getting numbers from other dudes. And that's the biggest problem with a lot of people, because that's what they do. When they don't get what they want, they try and find another way. And that's why that saying's always been there. The grass isn't green on the other side sometimes. Because you might leave me because I didn't want to go out with you that one time. And then you go out with this guy. And then he ends up beating the shit out of you. Or giving you some fucking shit. And then you be like, I should have stayed with Mark. I'm so fucking dumb. What the hell was I thinking? Not my problem. You lost everything. And that's happened plenty of times. Plenty of times that's happened. So me personally, I can never trust somebody, even if I'm with you for a while. I still won't be able to trust you 100%. Because all it takes is 1 second to do the wrong thing. I know personally I won't, because I'm not that type of person. But I don't really know you like that. And if I don't know you, and I'm not living with you every day, then the energy is never going to be connected properly. So while we were dating on our 8th month, you cheated on me, but you're never going to tell me, and I never found out. And then you said, fuck, I'm never going to cheat again. I love Mark, but I just one time I just fucked around. And then like 2 years later, I end up finding out. Imagine that. See? So that's the whole thing. You never really know who you're with because they can do anything when they're not around you. And I know that sounds kind of crazy to some people, but it's the absolute truth. It happens all the time. You'll never fucking know because you're not handcuffed to that person every day. So that's the risk of trust. Trusting somebody is a risk because you never know what that person is going to do. But if you keep thinking like that, then you're never going to be with nobody. But that's a good way to think because that way you know that you're never going to have that happen to you. But it can be totally, not that way. Yeah. You could totally trust somebody because you could feel it, you could see it, you just know they don't do that shit. But what's the chances of finding somebody like that? Not very often. You're gonna find somebody like that. And you can be like not sneaky, you can be like totally trustworthy, but that person just has that one time, and that's what happens. And I've known couples that's happened to, and they take the person back. And I'm like, fuck you. Never in life. If you cheated on me and you admitted it, then we're not going to be together. I'm sorry. Kids, not kids, 10 years, 20 years of marriage, I don't give a fuck. You cheat on me, that's it. We're not going to be together ever again. That's not happening. I can't forgive somebody for that because I know you won't do it for me. So why should I do it for you? Because you know fully well that if I did it, you know you ain't gonna give me no chance because you'd be so mad. I'm out of here too. I need to go get in my bed because I don't like talking about this subject anyway because it aggravates me to know that people do that shit. And I'm talking from experience because people have done it to me, to my friends, to my family. And that's why I stay single as long as I can. But I still have hope that one day that I might find somebody decent. I really do have hope. And I have hope for everybody in here that you do find somebody decent. I know I will be forever faithful because I think that that's the most disrespectful shit in the world. And when I come before God one day, I don't want to have to say to him, I cheated and I'm fucked up. And he's going to be like, you cheated, you committed adultery. So guess what, Mark? You got a lot of shit to do in spirit. You should have never preached how great you were. And if I was a cheating, lying bastard, right, then I wouldn't be here right now doing good things for people. And that's how you keep your power, by doing the right thing. Good night, Christy. Take care. Good night, Joey. Hope you have a great birthday coming up. Enjoy your cake. And please stop by on your birthday so I can give you a reading and pull you some cards. And I can eat a brownie with a candle on it for you. All right, ladies, I will see you all tomorrow. Everyone else in the chat, you have a good night. And I'm going to go get some sleep. And tomorrow I'm going to go hang out with my mommy and take her to grocery shopping. And I'll make some French toast and have some food and have fun. I'm taking the day off tomorrow, hanging out with my mom. Life's too short. Fuck this shit. All right, I'm gone.